When the next big collapse hits, don't think you'll just stroll into a store and grab what you need. The truth? The shelves will be staged, the real essentials, hidden in the back, snapped up by insiders, or quietly redirected to VIPs. Not because of some grand conspiracy, but because panic, liability, and control take over. You'll see empty aisles, managers checking the back with no answers, and clueless shoppers left with scraps. The critical supplies? They never even make it to the floor. This isn't retail as usual, it's survival mode. And if you don't know what to look for, you'll be left out. Today I'm breaking down 8 emergency items stores won't warn you about. Know them, grab them, and stay ahead of the chaos. Hit subscribe now, because when it starts, the smart ones will already be stocked. Don't get left behind. 1. Heavy-duty aluminum foil. The survival essential you're overlooking. Aluminum foil might seem like a kitchen staple, but in a survival scenario, it's a game changer. Most people think it's just for wrapping leftovers or baking, but seasoned preppers know better. When a collapse hits, this unassuming item vanishes from shelves faster than canned goods. Why? Because it's one of the most versatile tools you can have in your arsenal. Let's talk about why aluminum foil is a survival must-have. First, it's fireproof and waterproof, making it ideal for cooking over an open flame or protecting items from moisture. You can wrap food in it and toss it directly into a fire, or use it to create a makeshift windbreak for your camp stove. Want to get creative? Line a cardboard box with foil, and you've got yourself a solar oven. But the uses don't stop at cooking. Aluminum foil is also a lifesaver when it comes to insulation. In cold conditions, it reflects body heat back toward you, making it a quick fix for staying warm. Need to signal for help? A clean sheet of foil can reflect sunlight like a mirror, catching the attention of rescuers. And here's a pro tip for the tech-savvy. Foil can act as a simple Faraday cage. Wrap your phone, radio, or other sensitive electronics in it to protect them from electromagnetic interference. In a world where communication is critical, this could be a game changer. So why does aluminum foil disappear so quickly during a crisis? It's bulky, takes up shelf space, and once people realize its value, it's gone. Retailers often limit how much you can buy, especially when panic sets in. If you're stocking up, go for the heavy-duty, wide roll. Skip the flimsy, kitchen-grade stuff. It won't hold up in a survival situation. This isn't just a convenience item, it's a survival tool that can cook, heat, reflect, and protect. When the shelves start to empty, aluminum foil will be one of the first things to go. 2. Long cuff rubber gloves, your first line of defense. When you think of survival gear, rubber gloves probably don't make the list. But let me tell you, when the next collapse hits, you'll wish you had a few pairs of heavy-duty, long cuff gloves. Not the cheap, thin ones that tear at the first sign of stress. I'm talking about gloves built to handle real messes and real risks. Why are they so important? Because when water becomes scarce, plumbing fails, and sanitation systems break down, you'll be doing everything with your hands. Cooking, cleaning, disposing of waste, and even caring for the sick. All of it exposes you to bacteria, viruses, and other biohazards. One small cut or scratch can lead to an infection that spirals out of control. These gloves act as a barrier between you and the grind. Whether you're scrubbing dishes, handling bleach, or dealing with human waste, they keep your skin protected. And during a crisis, that protection is priceless. But their uses don't stop there. In a pinch, rubber gloves can help you handle fuel, treat minor injuries, or even insulate your hands in cold, wet conditions. Fill them with hot water, and you've got makeshift hand warmers. They're more versatile than they look, and in a survival situation, versatility is everything. So why do stores run out of them so quickly? Because they're not just for kitchens. Hospitals, cleaning crews, and frontline workers grab them in bulk during any crisis. Retailers often prioritize these essential services, leaving everyday customers empty-handed. If you're preparing, don't just buy one pair. Get at least 3, one for your bug-out bag, one for your kitchen, and one for your sanitation kit. Look for gloves with textured grips and thick cuffs that reach your forearm. These aren't just gloves, they're your first line of defense against the chaos. 3. Rechargeable hand warmers, small but mighty survival tools. When the power goes out, staying warm becomes a battle. Most people rush for blankets or candles, but the smart ones know better. They grab rechargeable hand warmers, small portable devices that pack a serious punch in cold conditions. Why are they so valuable? In freezing temperatures, your body burns more energy just to stay warm. That means you tire faster, think slower, and make worse decisions. Your hands go numb, making it nearly impossible to cook, tie knots, or handle tools. Rechargeable hand warmers solve this problem. These pocket-sized devices deliver steady heat for 6 to 12 hours, depending on the model. No fire, no fuel, no fumes, just reliable warmth when you need it most. Slip them into your gloves, tuck them into your sleeping bag, or use them to warm up batteries and electronics that struggle in the cold. And here's the kicker, many models double as power banks. That means you can charge your phone, flashlight, or radio in a survival scenario where every piece of gear needs to pull double duty. This feature is a game changer. So why do stores hide or run out of them? They're seasonal items, often stocked in small quantities. Once winter hits or blackouts begin, they fly off the shelf. Restocks are slow, and by the time you realize you need one, it's too late. If you're buying, don't settle for the cheapest option. Look for models with adjustable heat settings, safety features like auto shutoff, and durable lithium-ion batteries. And here's a pro tip, use one while the other charges, so you're never left in the cold. In a true collapse, staying warm isn't just about comfort, it's about survival. These little devices might not look like much, but they can make the difference between staying functional and freezing. When the temperatures drop, you'll be glad you planned ahead. 4. Budget reading glasses, the overlooked survival tool. Here's a survival truth no one talks about. When the lights go out and the pressure's on, your eyes can become your biggest liability. Reading glasses might seem like a minor convenience, but in a collapse, they're a critical tool. If you're over 40, or even if you're not, losing the ability to see fine details can cripple your ability to function. Think about what survival really demands. You'll be reading medicine labels, threading needles, repairing gear, cooking over open flames, or even treating wounds. Now imagine trying to do any of that with blurry vision, or worse, no glasses at all because your only pair broke or got lost. That's where cheap, over-the-counter reading glasses come in. These glasses don't require a prescription or an eye test. You can grab a few pairs in strengths ranging from fine. In a long-term blackout or survival scenario, being able to see clearly isn't just a convenience, it's a massive advantage. So why do these glasses vanish from shelves during a crisis? Because they're cheap, easy to hoard, and often understocked. When people realize how much they depend on their vision for survival tasks, they grab them in bulk. Add in supply chain disruptions and the fact that optometrists won't be available, and these glasses become a hot commodity. Here's the kicker. Reading glasses also make excellent barter items. People who never thought they'd need them will trade high for a pair when they realize their survival depends on detailed work they can't see. Pro tip, test a few strengths now to find what works best for you. Once you know your ideal magnification, buy at least 3 to 5 pairs and scatter them across your gear. In survival, clear vision equals functionality. Whether you're navigating a map, inspecting a water filter, or making a precision cut, your eyes need to be on point. Don't leave it to chance, because when the collapse hits, those $5 glasses will be worth their weight in gold. 5. Industrial strength, insect repellent, your shield against nature's threats. When people think about survival threats, they often picture bullets, starvation, or dehydration. But let me tell you, the real enemy might be buzzing right past you. Mosquitoes, ticks, and flies aren't just annoying, they're dangerous. In a survival situation, one infected bite can lead to fever, infection, or worse. That's why insect repellent isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a must-have. Casual buyers often overlook insect repellent, but seasoned preppers know better. The kind you need isn't some lavender-scented spray for a weekend camping trip. You want heavy-duty, DEET-based, or Preparedness sprays that provide long-lasting protection. When sanitation systems fail, trash piles up and stagnant water becomes the norm. Insects swarm like never before. And with them comes disease. West Nile virus, Lyme disease, dengue fever, and more. Picture this, you're trying to sleep outdoors with no power, no air conditioning, and no sealed windows. Mosquitoes buzz around you all night, leaving you covered in bites. By morning, you're dealing with a rash, a fever, or an infected scratch. That's not just discomfort, it's a survival threat. And it's not just mosquitoes. Flies spread germs, ticks latch onto you, and roaches contaminate your supplies. A good insect repellent creates a protective bubble, especially when hygiene is slipping and showers are rare. So why do stores run out of this stuff so quickly? Every summer blackout, storm, or heat wave triggers a bug crisis. Repellent flies off the shelves in hours. During COVID, even non-preppers hoarded it as outdoor living surged. Retailers often limit quantities or move it to seasonal stockrooms, leaving the aisles empty when you need it most. Pro tip: go for the spray, not the lotion. Spray covers more area, stores longer, and works on gear, clothing, and tents. Stash mini bottles in your bags and glove boxes. They weigh almost nothing but deliver big protection. Insect bites might seem minor until you can't sleep, can't heal, or can't move without scratching. In a shutdown, the last thing you want is an infection you can't treat. You can't bug-proof the world, but with one small spray can, you can create a force field against the worst of. And when stores run dry and swarms hit hard, you'll be the only one sleeping through the night without a scratch. 6. Manual coffee grinder, the secret to staying sharp. When a collapse hits, most people panic over food and water. But here's what they don't realize: coffee disappears just as fast. For millions of people, that means headaches, fatigue, and short tempers, right when you need mental clarity the most. Sure, stocking up on ground coffee sounds smart until it goes stale. Coffee beans stay fresh far longer, but they're useless without one critical tool: a manual coffee grinder. And no, I'm not talking about the electric kind. When the power's out, those fancy machines are nothing more than expensive paperweights. You need a compact, hand-crank grinder that works anywhere, anytime, with zero electricity. Why is this so important? Coffee isn't just about caffeine, it's about morale. In a world that's falling apart, one cup in the morning can reset your brain, reduce stress, and give you a moment of calm before facing the chaos. It's a small luxury that can make a big difference in your mental state. But coffee is more than just a personal pick-me-up. It's also a powerful barter item. In long-term crisis scenarios, caffeine becomes a form of currency. People will trade high for beans, but only those with a grinder will have real leverage. So why do manual grinders disappear from stores? They're niche items. Most people don't use them daily, so retailers don't stock many. Once panic buyers and serious preppers sweep through, they're gone. Restocks can take months, especially if shipping lanes are disrupted. Pro tip: invest in a stainless steel model with adjustable grind settings and a non-slip grip. Practice using it now, so you're not fumbling when it matters most. And don't forget to store your beans in airtight containers, away from light and moisture. You might laugh now, but when everyone else is battling caffeine withdrawal, you'll be alert, calm, and in control. In survival, that edge is everything. Because let's face it, the world runs on coffee, especially when it's falling apart. 7. Travel size mouthwash, the tiny bottle that packs a punch. Most people don't give a second thought to those little bottles of travel-size mouthwash sitting on store shelves. But in a survival situation, that tiny bottle becomes a powerhouse of utility. When clean water is scarce, even basic hygiene like brushing your teeth becomes a challenge. Flossing, forget it, and dental visits. Not an option. Here's the thing: bacteria in your mouth doesn't care about your excuse. It keeps growing, and if left unchecked, even a small cavity or gum irritation can spiral into a serious infection. That's where travel-size mouthwash steps. It's not just about freshening your breath, it's about killing germs, preventing infections, and maintaining oral health when you can't rely on running water. But the uses don't stop there. Mouthwash can disinfect wounds, clean minor cuts, and even sanitize tools in a pinch. Its compact size makes it perfect for go bags, glove compartments, or first aid kits. And because it's lightweight, it won't weigh you down when you're on the move. So why does it disappear from shelves so quickly? Simple: it's small, versatile, and often understood. During emergencies like COVID lockdowns or natural disasters, travel-size hygiene items are among the first to vanish. Retailers sometimes move them to high-margin sections or quietly pull them from shelves when demand spikes. Pro tip:
Go for alcohol-based mouthwash for maximum germ-killing power. Non-alcohol versions might be gentler, but they don't disinfect as effectively. Stock up on 4 or 5 small bottles and stash them in your pack, car, and first aid kit. And here's a bonus. Mouthwash is a fantastic barter item. Most people don't think to grab it, but when they need it, they'll trade big for it. In survival, it's not just about staying clean, it's about staying healthy. That tiny bottle of mouthwash. It's low-key medicine, and once the shelves are bare, it'll be gone without a trace. 8 unscented baby wipes. The ultimate waterless cleanup tool. When the water stops flowing, staying clean becomes a luxury. That's when something as simple as unscented, alcohol-free baby wipes turns into a survival essential. Forget fancy soaps or high-end skincare products. Baby wipes are the real MVP when there's no running water, no showers, and no plumbing. These aren't just for babies, they're for anyone who needs to stay clean in less than ideal conditions. Whether you're wiping down your face, hands, underarms, or something less glamorous, baby wipes get the job done without wasting a single drop of your precious water supply. Think about it, going days, or even weeks without a proper bath, leads to grime, bacteria, and odor buildup. That's not just uncomfortable, it's a health risk. Skin infections, rashes, and other hygiene-related issues can quickly spiral out of control in a survival scenario. A quick wipe down with a baby wipe can help you stay healthy and functional when everything else is falling apart. But their versatility doesn't stop there.
Baby wipes can clean wounds, wipe down tools, refresh your feet during long treks, and even serve as backup toilet paper when supplies run low. They're lightweight, compact, and easy to store, making them a must-have for any survival kit. So why do they disappear from shelves so fast? Because experienced preppers know their value. While everyone else is hoarding toilet paper, the smart ones are grabbing baby wipes. They vanish quickly during natural disasters, pandemics, and other crises, and retailers often limit how many you can buy once demand spikes. Pro tip: always choose unscented, alcohol-free wipes. They're gentler on your skin, safer for wounds, and have a longer shelf life. Keep sealed packs in your go bag, vehicle, and bug and supply kit. In a survival situation, staying clean isn't just about comfort, it's about morale and health. When you're sticky, sweaty, and surrounded by chaos, nothing beats the feeling of clean skin, and once the shelves are empty, you'll be glad you stocked up. 9 heavy-duty trash bags, the multi-use survival hero. Trash bags might not scream survival gear, but don't underestimate their value. In a collapse, these simple, heavy-duty bags become one of the most versatile tools you can have. They're not just for garbage, they're for survival. Let's start with the basics. When sanitation systems fail, trash piles up fast. Without a way to manage waste, you're looking at a breeding ground for bacteria, pests, and disease. Heavy-duty trash bags help you contain the mess, keeping your living space cleaner and safer, but their uses go far beyond waste management. Need a quick rain poncho? Cut a hole in a trash bag and you've got instant waterproof protection. Need to collect water? A trash bag can act as a makeshift container. They can also be used to line a hole for an emergency latrine, keeping things sanitary when plumbing is out of the question. And that's not all. Trash bags can serve as ground covers, windbreaks, or even emergency shelters. In cold weather, they can be used as insulation. Just stuff them with leaves or other materials to create a makeshift sleeping bag. They're lightweight, compact, and incredibly durable, making them a must-have for any survival kit. So why do they disappear from stores during a crisis? Because they're cheap, versatile, and in high demand. When people realize how many uses they have, they grab them in bulk. Retailers often run out quickly, and restocks can take weeks or even months. Pro tip: go for contractor-grade trash bags. They're thicker and more durable than standard ones, making them better suited for survival tasks. Keep a roll in your bug-out bag, vehicle, and home supply kit. In a survival scenario, the simplest tools often become the most valuable. Heavy-duty trash bags might not look like much, but their versatility makes them indispensable. When the shelves are empty and the chaos begins, you'll be glad you thought ahead. 10. Duct tape, the ultimate fix-it. Duct tape might seem like a household staple, but in a survival situation it's nothing short of a miracle tool. This unassuming roll of adhesive is the Swiss Army knife of the prepping world, capable of solving problems you didn't even know you had. Let's start with the basic. Duct tape can repair just about anything. torn tarps, broken tools, ripped clothing, or even a leaky water bottle. In a pinch, it can be used to patch up a tent, seal a crack in a window, or reinforce a weak structure. Its waterproof and durable nature makes it invaluable when you're dealing with the elements. But duct tape's uses go far beyond repairs. Need to create a makeshift bandage? Wrap duct tape around a clean piece of cloth. Need to secure gear to your pack? Duct tape has you covered. It can even be used to fashion a splint for an injured limb, or to immobilize a joint. And here's a survival hack. Duct tape can be used to create fire starters. Simply roll it into a ball and light it up. It burns surprisingly well. It's also great for marking trails, creating improvised tools, or even crafting a quick and dirty rope. So why does duct tape disappear from shelves during a crisis? Because it's cheap, versatile, and in high demand. Once people realize how many problems it can solve, they grab it in bulk. Retailers often run out quickly, and restocks can be slow. Pro tip: go for high-quality, heavy-duty duct tape. The cheap stuff might save you a few bucks, but it won't hold up when you really need it. Keep a roll in your bug-out bag, vehicle, and home supply kit. In a survival scenario, duct tape isn't just a convenience, it's a lifeline. When the shelves are empty and the chaos begins, you'll be glad you stocked up. 11 multivitamins. The overlooked nutritional lifesaver. When people think about survival food, they usually focus on canned goods, freeze-dried meals, and protein bars. But there's one critical item that often gets overlooked: multivitamin. In a long-term crisis, when fresh fruits and vegetables are hard to come by, multivitamins can help fill the nutritional gaps and keep your body functioning. Here's the thing: survival isn't just about calories, it's about nutrients. Without essential vitamins and minerals, your body starts to break down. You'll feel fatigued, your immune system will weaken, and your ability to think clearly will diminish. Multivitamins provide a safety net, ensuring you get the nutrients you need, even when your diet is less than ideal. But multivitamins aren't just for long-term health. In a survival situation, they can help you recover faster from injuries, fight off infections, and maintain your energy levels. They're lightweight, compact, and have a long shelf life, making them a perfect addition to any survival kit. So why do they disappear from shelves during a crisis? Because they're small, affordable, and easy to stockpile. Once people realize they can't rely on fresh produce, they grab multivitamins in bulk. Retailers often run out quickly, and restocks can take weeks or even months. Pro tip: choose a high-quality multivitamin with a broad spectrum of nutrients. Avoid gummy vitamins, they're less durable and have a shorter shelf life. Keep a bottle in your bug-out bag, vehicle, and home supply kit. In a survival scenario, multivitamins might not seem as exciting as a new gadget or tool, but they're just as important. When the shelves are empty and fresh food is a distant memory, these little pills can make all the difference. 12 solar-powered flashlights. Light that never runs out. When the power goes out, one of the first things people reach for is a flashlight. But here's the problem: most flashlights rely on batteries, and in a long-term crisis, batteries become a finite resource. That's why a solar-powered flashlight is a game changer. These flashlights don't just provide light, they provide independence. As long as you have access to sunlight, you'll never run out of power. They're perfect for blackouts, camping, or any situation where electricity isn't an option. But solar-powered flashlights aren't just about light. Many models come with additional features like USB charging ports, built-in radios, or even emergency sirens. They're lightweight, durable, and designed to withstand tough conditions, making them a must-have for any survival kit. So why do they disappear from shelves during a crisis? Because they're practical, reliable, and in high demand. Once people realize they can't rely on traditional flashlights, they grab solar-powered ones in bulk. Retailers often run out quickly, and restocks can be slow. Pro tip: invest in a high-quality solar-powered flashlight with multiple brightness settings and a long battery life. Look for models with additional features like USB charging or a hand crank backup. Keep one in your bug-out bag, vehicle, and home supply kit. In a survival scenario, light isn't just a convenience, it's a necessity. It helps you navigate, work, and stay safe after dark. When the shelves are empty and the power grid is down, a solar-powered flashlight will be worth its weight in gold. 13 emergency thermal blankets. Compact warmth that saves lives. When the temperature drops and the power is out, staying warm becomes a matter of survival. That's where emergency thermal blankets, also known as space blankets, come into play. These lightweight, compact sheets of reflective material are designed to retain up to 90% of your body heat, making them an essential item in any survival kit. Thermal blankets aren't just for keeping warm, they're incredibly versatile. You can use them to line the inside of a shelter to reflect heat back toward you, or as a ground cover to keep moisture and cold from seeping in. Need to signal for help? The reflective surface can catch sunlight and act as a beacon, but their uses don't stop there. Thermal blankets can also be used to create a makeshift rain cover, wrap around injured individuals to prevent hypothermia, or even as an improvised windbreak. They're waterproof, windproof, and take up almost no space in your pack, making them a no-brainer for preppers. So why do they disappear from shelves during a crisis? Because they're cheap, effective, and in high demand. Once people realize how critical they are for staying warm and dry, they grab them in bulk. Retailers often run out quickly, and restocks can take weeks. Pro tip: don't settle for the cheapest option. Look for thermal blankets that are tear-resistant and come with reinforced edges. Keep several in your bug-out bag, vehicle, and home emergency kit. In a survival scenario, staying warm isn't just about comfort, it's about staying alive. When the shelves are empty and the cold sets in, you'll be glad you planned ahead. 14 portable water filters. Clean water anywhere, anytime. Water is life. Without it, you won't last more than a few days. But in a survival situation, clean water can be hard to come by. That's why a portable water filter is one of the most important items you can have. These compact devices allow you to turn dirty, contaminated water into safe drinking water in minutes. Whether you're pulling water from a stream, a pond, or even a puddle, a good water filter removes bacteria, parasites, and other harmful contaminants. Some models even filter out heavy metals and chemicals, giving you peace of mind, no matter where you are. But the benefits don't stop there. Portable water filters are lightweight, easy to use, and can process hundreds or even thousands of gallons of water before needing replacement. They're perfect for bug-out bags, camping trips, or any situation where clean water isn't guaranteed. So why do they disappear from shelves during a crisis? Because water is the first thing people panic about. Once the taps run dry, everyone scrambles to secure a reliable water source. Portable filters are small, effective, and in high demand, making them one of the first items to sell out. Pro tip: invest in a high-quality filter from a trusted brand. Look for models that are easy to clean and come with replaceable cartridges. And don't forget to practice using it before you actually need it. In a survival scenario, having access to clean water isn't just a convenience, it's a necessity. When the shelves are empty and the water supply is compromised, a portable water filter can mean the difference between life and death. 15 hand crank radios, your lifeline to information. In a crisis, information is power. Knowing what's happening around you can help you make better decisions and stay one step ahead of the chaos. That's why a hand crank radio is an essential survival tool. These radios don't rely on batteries or electricity. Instead, you generate power by turning a crank, ensuring you always have access to news, weather updates, and emergency broadcasts. Many models also come with additional features like built-in flashlights, USB charging ports, and even solar panels for added versatility. But the value of a hand crank radio goes beyond just staying informed. It can also provide a sense of connection in an otherwise isolating situation. Hearing a human voice, even if it's just a weather report, can boost morale and remind you that you're not alone. So why do they disappear from shelves during a crisis? Because they're reliable, multifunctional, and in high demand. Once people realize they can't rely on their phones or the internet, they grab hand crank radios in bulk. Retailers often run out quickly, and restocks can take weeks or even months. Pro tip: look for a hand crank radio with multiple power options, like solar charging or a USB port. Make sure it's durable and water resistant, so it can withstand tough conditions. And don't forget to test it before you actually need it. In a survival scenario, staying informed isn't just about convenience, it's about survival. When the shelves are empty and the grid is down, a hand crank radio will be your lifeline to the outside world.